All right, folks. It's been several months since you've seen the Ranger, and a lot's happened since then. Let's go ahead and do a cold start on her this morning here. Welcome to the Bad Donkey Garage. Come on, baby. Wow, I'm don't sound happy in there. Wonder what that is. Gonna make a liar out of me. Well, something don't sound happy in here this morning. I don't. Not sure what that is. No, no, not sure what that was. Something little sounds a little funny in there. You've been running good. Since the last time I got mad at it and parked it in the bushes back there 2 months ago, I've since pulled it out and changed the transmission fluid in it, and it's been running good. We've been driving it, putting some miles on it. Excuse me. And yeah, I thought I'd do a cold start, kind of an update on it, and I, I popped the hood and there's some noise under here, so I hope she don't let me down. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I got going on under there. I'll guess I'll have to dig into that. Let's set this up here and get out my scope, see if we can pick anything up. Well, I was going to do video finalizing it and telling you it was back on the road and everything, but I got the Ranger just never ceases to deliver. I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll pull this, fire it back up, pull that pull that back and see if I can see anything going on in there. This is why I parked it 2 months ago and got pissed off at it, shut it down. Yep. All right. Yeah. You're going to need a new timing belt. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and shut it down right there. We're going to go ahead and she's going to get parked out behind the shed for a few weeks because I got some brothers rolling in from Pennsylvania, and we're heading down to Florida. So I'm going to go ahead and put this behind the shed, and I'll get it when we get back. So this is where the Ranger's been residing. Oh, for the last 2 months. You know, it got cold in North Carolina, and I kind of set her back here. I pulled her out. I did do a fluid change in the transmission, which kind of brought it around. And then, you know, put some insurance on it, new set of tires, and we've been driving it. It's been running fine, but I can see that timing belt's slapping up against the plastic under there. So she goes back into the parking space of shame at this point right there, you know. Stick her behind the shed. That's where she'll reside for the next 2 or 3 weeks until I feel motivated again to work on her. So that this video is a fail, and you know, we'll kind of move on from there. I was kind of wanting to run over the numbers real quick, you know, so if anybody gets the crazy idea of trying to bring one of these critters back to life, anybody gets the crazy idea to try to bring some old piece of junk like this back to life, you know, let me kind of just wrap this up. Okay, let's give this a shot and see how this works out here, you know. Kind of keeping track of this Ranger rebuild project, and you know, for anybody that decides to try to save a 35-year-old Ford Ranger, figure on spending this much money. Let me throw my glasses on here. I can't see anything. So I originally gave $750 for this truck just because the body was in such good shape, and the frame, everything's in such good shape. But I knew it was going to be terrible from sitting, right? But you know, getting the vehicle home, I have money tied up in that, hardware, store supplies, paint, cleaners, nuts, bolts, washers, things like that, about 150 bucks. Uh, Buffing, polish, compound, things like that. Buffing, about 50 bucks. The real parts start coming in when I go to O'Reilly's and auto parts and start buying calipers, rotors, batteries, battery cables, starters, uh, and things like that. Miscellaneous hardware, clips, and so on and so forth. So I'm about 620 bucks in at O'Reilly's. I think I did a opening video originally when I did a bunch of parts from Rock Auto. I had $310 wrapped up in that. Exhaust system, air idle, TPS sensor, EGR valve, fuel regulator. All these things coming from Amazon. I had $475 wrapped up in that. Also had a valve gasket kit, bed bolts, PCV valve, license plate lights, map sensor, and some fuel injector, pigtails. You remember the debacle of the fuel injectors? I had to rewire a lot of those because of the mice. So there was $475 there. Cans of paint, 35 bucks there. Pick apart junkyard, fuel injector, wiring, pigtails, things like that. I had 30 bucks going to the junkyard. I got a new set of headlights to go in it, 70 bucks. Mirrors, 26 bucks. Dash pad, 31 bucks. And some miscellaneous things like that. O'Reilly's oil filter, so on and so forth. There's 40 bucks in an oil change every time I do that. Sealing the windshield, had leaks around the windshield, sealed that. And then my local tire store, I had $267 in getting, I had two old tires off of my Corvair. I took those down. They had to demount them, remount them onto the Ranger wheels. And then I put two new tires on there, 195, 75 14s. And that was $267 there. For a grand total to get this junker back on the road and running and driving of $2,956. So for about $3,000, you get a better price on the vehicle probably dragging it out than I did, but it was a friend and, I wanted to save it and bring it back to life. But even that, you're going to have 2,500 bucks into something that's 35 years old, and is it really worth it? As you just saw in the video, I Googled it. It's going to cost me a belt and a tensioners, probably another 50 bucks, and then probably a day's worth of work ripping the front of that motor off to put a new belt on it. So I'm over $3,000 in this Ranger. Was it worth it? I don't know. My son likes driving it. He learned how to drive a stick shift in it, so he really likes driving it around. So, $3,000, but now that it's tapping under there, hopefully I can change that belt and then everything will come back to life. The old Corvair, I just new yokes, new U-joints, everything up underneath of it, getting it ready for Power Tour in June. So 1989 Ranger rebuild. Was it worth it? Only time will tell, So I guess keep tuning into the channel, and see what we dig into next. I know I'm not putting up videos on a weekly basis and everything, but when I get time, I kind of put them up. Like I did say, my brother's coming down. We're heading for Florida, and we're going to be all piled into a 52 Studebaker, making this 4,000 mile. I think we're about 2,000 miles round trip down to West Palm Beach and back here to North Carolina, and then he's coming out of Pennsylvania. So it'll be a good 4,000 mile haul in a 70-year-old vehicle. So I'll be sticking some shorts up on that as we roll, and then maybe try to put together a little bit longer form video when I get back to just kind of highlight the trip and see these old cars out on the road. Try to keep them running. All right, peace.